We have some new developments in the 2005 disappearance of Natalee Holloway. The prime suspect in the case will be temporarily extradited back to the U.S. Joran van der Sloot faces extortion and wire fraud charges in connection to Holloway's disappearance. This is video of van der Sloot back in 2010 being taken into custody by Peruvian authorities for the murder of a 21-year-old college student. He is currently serving a 28-year prison sentence in Peru for that crime. Holloway went missing while on a senior class trip to Aruba, where van der Sloot is from. Holloway met him at a hotel a few days into her trip, but on the very last day, she never made it to the airport to catch her flight back to the States. The U.S. is accusing van der Sloot of attempting to extort Holloway's family, promising them he could take her mother to her body in exchange for tens of thousands of dollars, but Holloway's body has never been found. So joining us now to talk more about this extradition is Tracy Walder, NewsNation national security contributor. She is also a former CIA officer and a former FBI special agent. Tracy, thank you so much for your time. So we know about this extradition back to the U.S. There's new reporting that says van der Sloot could be in the U.S. in really a matter of weeks. So when that happens, if it does in fact happen, where will he go?
Well, thank you for having me, Nichole. This is a great question. I believe he has to be here no later than June 9th. So you're right. It's just a matter of weeks. And it's a very complicated process. Really, Interpol is at really the center of it. It's the International Crime Police Organization, and they help facilitate communications with really like 195 different countries are a member of Interpol. And so right now they are working with Peruvian law enforcement, the FBI, and obviously the Peruvian military, because he's going to be brought to a Peruvian Air Force base. And then here, once he gets here to the United States, most likely he's going to be brought to a federal prison. Where exactly, we're a little unsure, but it would be where the charge is initiated out of.
All right, Tracy. So he has to be back by June 9th. Right now, May 22nd. How soon could he actually stand trial?
That's a great question. A lot of it's going to depend on what his defense decides to do and what they feel is in his best interest. So look, if he's going to plead guilty, obviously the death penalty has been taken off the table. This is not a death penalty kind of case. So it really depends on what his defense is trying to do and what kind of chips that they're trying to barter with. If he pleads guilty to a lesser charge, we may not see a trial, and this may happen very, very quickly. If he doesn't, I think it's going to be a good sort of year or two before this case goes to trial.
All right. So, Tracy, we know that Joran van der Sloot was, never found guilty of Natalee Holloway's murder. There was a lot of people who suspect him of her murder. The target has certainly been on his back as far as Holloway's family is concerned. But, here we are all these years later. Why did this take so long?
Because the reality is just to your point, they didn't have anything tying him to Holloway's murder. What they have him tied to is really extortion and wire fraud, finance charges. And I've always said the money is sort of what gets you in the end, the money and the digital evidence. And this is completely separate from that. And this is a case that took a very long time to build. And also we have to remember that he was also in jail for another murder. And so I think you had those charges that had to be fleshed out along with the FBI building their finance case. And gosh, we've had finance cases at the FBI that take decades, sometimes, quite frankly, to come to fruition. So I'm not that surprised, particularly when we're dealing with different countries and different continents, that this took so long.
Yeah, and again, so essentially van der Sloot attempted to blackmail Holloway's family, saying that for, tens of thousands of dollars, he would lead them to where her body was buried. Obviously, her body was never found, but we know this has been so frustrating for Natalee Holloway's family. We've seen her mother time and time again in the news. What does justice look like for this family? I mean, is this going to be justice?
I think that's an excellent question. The reality is I don't know any parent that wouldn't pay whatever was being asked, to help them find their child. And he really preyed off of that. And that's just disgusting, quite frankly. He knew that he had a captive audience in them. I think justice for her family is Natalee herself and her body and knowing where she is so that they can put her to rest. I think that's what justice ultimately looks like for them. Now, I think van der Sloot being here on American soil and answering to some damage that he's done to their family, albeit financial, is a piece of justice, but I don't think it's the whole piece of the puzzle that they're looking for.
Yeah, we hope her family at some some point will receive the justice that they deserve. Tracy Walder, certainly appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.